What's good, family? I'm Martez Kelly, and I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in today's video. I got a special one for y'all, something that I've never actually done on this channel. We're actually doing a property tour of a real estate agent, new real estate agent, young real estate agent here in our area. He actually just purchased an investment property, and this is something that I actually want to bring to the channel in the future with my own properties. But I wanted to introduce it to you guys with his property. We're going to talk everything from numbers, doing a property tour. I'm actually here 2 days before the actual video that we're doing, just so I can do some pre-filming for you guys. He's actually doing a major demolition, knocking some stuff down tomorrow. So I don't know when you guys are gonna get this video. It may take me a while editing it, but man, this video is gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing, like I said. Chris King, man, I wanted to basically make this part in the video just especially thank you for giving me this opportunity to interview you, to be inside of your property that you purchased, and also pick your brain on the actual details of the deal for you guys. Let's go ahead and knock this out now. If I don't get to it ever again in the video, smash the like button on today's video, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on the notification bell. We're 1,000 watch hours away from being monetized on YouTube. I see in the background on the analytics that we're actually getting closer and closer. So make sure you watch every video all the way to the end and smash the like button and subscribe. But I'm actually gonna step outside to the front of the house just so you guys don't hear the echo. And when I'm out there, I'll introduce you guys to Chris King. Let's get it.
Hi guys, welcome to Martez Kelly's real estate channel. This is Martez Kelly, and welcome to the channel.
And we back. Like I said, what's good, y'all? I got Chris King here. You with Keller Williams, right?
Yes, sir. I am.
Keller Williams. What team you're a part of, too? I wanted you to bring that up.
It's called the Hansen team. My broker over there is Eric Hansen.
Man, so we at his crib. Like I told y'all, I'm gonna make this a 2-part video series. We're gonna do one interview, just digging into him, his real estate journey, everything about him and his motivation for getting his license. And then the second part, we're gonna dig into the property that we find ourselves in, details about the deals. I sent him a list of questions. I'm gonna pull my phone out. Y'all know how I am. And we gonna go through and just grill him. I told him I'm gonna be on this side of the camera so it won't be too intimidating.
Yeah.
But man, talk about yourself, bro. Like I told you, be long-winded as possible.
Yeah. So my name is Chris King. I'm originally from Tampa, Florida. Pretty much my story is I played basketball my whole entire life. I came up to Pensacola by myself. I stopped playing ball. And I went on a journey, like trying to find myself. I got involved in different stuff. I'm a member of 587 Fraternity Incorporated, joined SGA, all these different things. I started my first business when I turned 18. It was a clothing line. It was called Culture. It's not around today, but I learned from that I wanted to work for myself, right? So taking everything that I learned from starting my first business, I was like, clothes is maybe not necessarily what I want to do, but I understood that I want to work for myself. So I started doing some research. I came around real estate. I actually had a conversation with my mom about it, and so her goal was to get into real estate as well. We had a conversation about it. That night, we bought the class, and I remember she fell asleep, and I just kept studying, and I just stayed consistent. Got my license. So I guess I would say the motivation behind me getting my license definitely would come from my mom. We had a conversation about it, and it was a goal that we kind of set, and it just kind of rolled into something else. The more research I started doing, the more I started understanding the difference between buying and selling real estate and investing in real estate. So I started off, I still am, help people buy and sell real estate, and I'm now starting my journey on investing in real estate.
And one of the things that I was talking to him about when I was texting earlier was like, well, not even just go beyond that. One of my reasons for starting the channel was because I wanted to get my license because I wanted to do real estate investing. So he posted on Instagram not so long ago, just the fact that he bought this home, and I was like, bro, we gotta collab. Like we gotta connect, because it's crazy to see somebody who, and this is what I was telling him before, like I was actually showing a property for somebody. Or no, I went to a listing presentation, and one of the neighbors was like, Chris King?
No way.
Like me and my girl was in the car, like we had just went to the listing presentation, And then the dude was just like, I'm pulling out the yard, like real talk. He was like, Chris King. I was like, I don't even know who that is.
Oh,
my
man.
girl was like, yeah, he a real estate agent too. So,
Okay.
but just for me and him to be connected, and I was like, man, bro, you got something. You killing the game. He even sold $1 million crib, and we gonna talk about that. But I was like, we gotta collab, and I gotta bring this to the channel. So one of the next questions I wanted to talk about, and I get asked about this a lot, the exam process, the license process. How was that for you, bro?
It was. I'm being honest. It was tough because I didn't take it as serious at first. I just graduated recently in the spring, so I got licensed while I was still in college. So I was taking 4 classes as well as studying to get my real estate license. So it took me a little bit longer. I'll say it took me probably about 6 months. I just stayed consistent. I would do something related to school and real estate every day. But yeah, I passed my, because there's 2 exams.
Yeah.
So I passed the course exam first. Then when I went to go take the state exam, I remember I didn't pass the first time.
Okay.
I had to go all the way to Alabama. I drove to Alabama. I took it. I didn't pass it. I was so frustrated. And then I was like, man, I know I can do better than that. And I rescheduled it for the next day, just out of emotion. I rescheduled it the next day. So the very next day, I stayed up all night studying. The very next day, I woke up in the morning. I took the test again, and I got a 73. You need a 75
Yeah.
on 100 to
Wow.
pass. And I was so frustrated. And I was like, man, I'm gonna keep doing this. So at this point, I failed twice. I was like, man, I'm gonna keep doing this. Ain't nothing gonna stop me from getting my license. And I was doing research, and I came across something online that said you can only take the exam 3 times, or you gotta start all the way over from the beginning. Right? And so I done wasted 2 times. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking I could go as much as I want to.
On some emotional stuff.
Exactly. So I rescheduled it again, bro, and I was studying. And then I was like, you know what, let me take my time. Let me take it a little bit more serious. I need to actually come prepared this time. So I probably took, let's give it 3 weeks to sit down and study. I bought a study guide to help me. I was doing a lot more research on YouTube. And I passed the 3rd time with flying colors. It was so funny because the ladies that was proctoring the test, they all knew me. Yeah. So the 3rd time when I came out the test, they was like, yeah. Everybody was screaming and cheering. It was cool. It was a great time.
Man, so just to piggyback off of that, I always have people asking about the exam, and what I tell them is 2 things you don't want to do. I commend him for going through school and taking the exam at the same time. Crazy.
Yeah.
But I say don't take that course for granted. A lot of people say it don't teach you how to be a real estate agent. I agree, it don't. But the stuff that you retain from it and the stuff that you get from it gonna help you pass the state exam.
Exactly.
So you have to be on that. What's another thing that I like to say?
I say the study guide helped me a lot. I learned a lot from that study guide.
Yes. Who you take your class to?
Bob Ho's School of Real Estate. I took it
Mexico?
I took it online. It was online. I think it's out of St. Petersburg.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went through them. But
another thing I want to say to people more specifically in Florida, I know it's illegal for somebody to guarantee that you'll pass. So don't fall for like, you pass the first time, don't fall for that crap. And another thing, that's what I wanted to say. What's not important is passing the real estate exam on the first time. The most important thing is getting your real estate license. So don't get caught up in it took me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. It don't matter.
yeah.
Your goal is to get your real estate license. What's the first thing you did after you got your license, bro? Like the first thing you did.
The first thing I did that night, I walked out of the office and honestly I cried. Because there was so much passion and emotion.
Yeah.
I had been doing it for so long. My mom had just passed away.
Sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah. My mom had just passed away, so it was so much emotion built behind that, bro. So I went in my car, I cried. I called one of my frat brothers that lived with me. He was my roommate at the time, and I let him know that I passed because he saw me like struggling and going through the whole process.
Wow.
And so I just got a lot of support, and I called my dad, I called my sister. So I was just reaching out to everybody to let them know.
When I got my license, my son was supposed to be born like that day. So they scheduled him to be born that day, but my girl was like, let's hold off. Because I know how much you put into like getting your license and stuff. So it was that pressure of my son being born, because that was the main reason why put it into action. It took me 4 years, bro. 4 years. I purchased a Real Estate Express. I went through the process and I was like, man, I'm gonna get my real estate license. Way back in 2016, right when I got to the course exam, I quit.
Yeah.
But it took me 4 years after my son, and I was like, man, I gotta take this. I passed the exam that day, my first time taking it, and that weekend my son was born, bro.
There we go.
So I was just like, bro, all of it came together. And it's crazy how mixing emotion and passion, just all that stuff towards something and putting that into that'll get you through a lot of stuff. But let's talk about choosing your brokerage, bro. We said you were Keller Williams, you own a team.
Yeah.
I'm solo. But when I moved to Tampa, I'm considering joining a team. Why you choose a team in regards to being solo?
But once I got licensed, I was so excited. I was like, man, I don't care if I don't sell one house. I'm a real estate agent now. Can't nobody take that away from me. But then trying to implement actually being successful in the business, I knew realistically, even though I was licensed, I didn't know how to sell a house. I didn't know much about real estate or anything. So I knew I needed some type of guidance. So first I'll talk about why I picked Keller Williams. They were just known for their education.
Yep.
And that was my biggest thing. Everybody I was talking to was like, hey, you need to know what you're doing. You need to know what you're talking about. So Keller Williams they had the best technology and they had the best options as far as like education and different routes. Now, why did I join a team? So when you sign up for Keller Williams, you get assigned like coaches off it, and I'm sure other brokerages do the same thing. But I felt like the coaches, it was like a general. It wasn't specific enough to me. I needed someone that was going to be like, hey, let me go on this listing appointment with you. Like, let me show you what it looks like to walk through a house with buyers. Let me be hands-on and talk to you and teach you what it means to be a real estate agent, things that you need to know, things that are kind of irrelevant. Right, so someone told me that I would get that help from being on the team, and so I met one of the ladies on my team through her daughter. She attended UWF with me, and so she introduced me to her mom. Her mom introduced me to my broker Eric. He interviewed me. I went through the whole process, and his story is actually similar to mine. His mom passed away. He started real estate when he was 24 in college. He sold $1 million deal that kind of jump-started his career as well. So our stories are very similar. So we just hit it off, man, and it's been really successful. The way a team works is they provide you with the leads, you work the leads, and he gets a percentage of the commission. Yeah. So people look at it and they're like, oh, there's not as much money to be made. And right now, it's not, but right now my biggest thing is education and that support system. Because if I have a question that comes up and I'm dealing with $1 million deal that's in limbo right now, I need someone that can help me and support me and not just kind of like go with the wind
and
you know
brush you off.
Exactly.
So that's one of the things that I had to learn, and what I really sacrificed on finances. So as y'all know, when I got my license, I went directly to EXP. I've never been inside a real estate office. I've never been on a showing, a listing appointment with somebody. I've never been taught how to price homes. Like, all of that stuff I had to learn on my own. So that's one of the things why I'm considering when I move down to Tampa to join a team, just so I can start the whole process over. And for you people who was wholesaling or doing real estate investing before you became a real estate agent, just because you went through all that stuff don't mean you know what I'm saying? You don't know anything about being a real estate agent. And that's the stuff I struggle with. So I'm listening to him, and I hope you guys are as well, and just really figuring out, if you're not comfortable enough to be a real estate agent on your own, considering joining a team. If you get in a money sacrifice, you're going to gain so much more on the education side of things.
And I'll also say that another thing that the team aspect of real estate brings, is consistency. So like as an individual agent, you have to be, and I'm not saying I'm not motivated, I'm definitely motivated, like just me and myself, but you have to be very consistent and precise with doing the same things every day just by yourself. But as a team, it allows you to leverage, I have an office, I have a cell phone, I have a lead line, I have an email, I have a website, I have all these things that are just naturally given to me, and I have people around me that have a schedule, you know what I mean? So I try to, Monday through Friday, I try to keep even though I'm an independent contractor, you know what I mean? So I don't have to clock in anywhere.
Right.
But I try to be consistent with, okay, I'm in the office from 9 until 12 and I'm doing lead generation. I'm calling people. I'm making posts on social media every single day. You know what I mean? I have a place to do that, and I have people around me that are doing the same thing. They know and understand my story. So it's a lot easier just to be consistent and be like, hey, no, I have to go and do this. I do this every single day, and I have a place to do it at.
And that's so crazy. All of my brokerages so far have been cloud-based brokerages. So like I said, I've never been inside a real estate office. But having that, and y'all know with my life, I got a kid, I got a girl, like a dedicated place to go to where you can handle all your business and, like you say, go in and knock out those calls. Every single Monday through Friday, I spend 3 hours in the office knocking out this, and this. Exactly. That's amazing. And then the accountability from other people on your team. And also, I'm a competitive person. You play ball. You're probably competitive too. You probably notice that when somebody do something, you're like, man, what's the difference between them and me? Yeah. And you want to go. So that's another thing as well. And y'all decide if y'all want to be on the team or solo or not. But we just giving y'all a straight game and giving you his advice. Let's talk about volume, bro. How long you been an agent again?
I'm coming up on a year.
Coming up on a year. I'm coming up on a year as well. So we're going to compare my solo to his team. And I'm not even talking like I'm really speaking on confidence, because that's something that I lack, because like you said, you got to have a different drive being a solo agent. You got to have the ability to keep yourself consistent. You just got to do all that stuff. But how many deals have you closed within a year, bro?
Within a year, I believe I'm at 15. As far as volume, I think I'm at 3.2 million.
3.2 in value his first year, 15 deals. And just I'm coming up on a year too. I got my license in September.
Okay.
What month?
August. Yeah.
So I've only closed, and I was just looking this up yesterday, 3 deals? 2 deals, bro. No, 3. I've closed 3 deals. And bro, I have done probably 2/10. Probably 1% of what you done did, bro. That is crazy. The accountability of a team, and you're doing real estate full time, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: where you see yourself in 10 years? You see yourself still being a real estate agent?
Yeah, definitely. My goal is, like I said, I want to work for myself. I want that freedom. So my goal of, like, when someone asks me, what do I do or what's my job, I want to be able to say that I'm a realtor and I'm an investor. I'm a real estate investor. So I'd say 10 years from now, I'd be a lot more picky with who I help and how I help them and where I'm putting my time. But yeah, I want to get into more luxury real estate. I sold my first luxury real estate home. I closed a $1.3 million deal. So 10 years from now, I want to get into luxury real estate, and I want to be a real estate investor. I want to own properties around the world, internationally, and I want to just be able to invest, visit different places, meet different people, and honestly help people out. I also want to start almost like a school for real estate. This business idea is not fully processed yet or thought out, but I want to find a way to help to teach people, number one, the difference between buying and selling, buying and investing in real estate, and also how to get started investing in real estate, because that's a big it's a big difference, and it's hard to do it if you don't have someone to help you, or you don't have the understanding. You're dealing with a lot of money. There's different factors. You want people to feel comfortable. So the end goal, I just started my LLC, King and King Real Estate LLC. So that's what this house is under, and I want to find a way that people can partner with my business. We go into a deal together, and then on the back end we split the profits, and they learn about the different ways that they can invest in real estate.
Hey man, Chris King. We're gonna wrap up the interview because it is getting a little dark, so we can go ahead and knock out the home tour. But if y'all want to see more videos on Chris King, about his journey, everything Chris King, you can follow him on Instagram. I'll make sure to have it down here. He also has a YouTube channel, and we're gonna be talking about YouTube soon, getting his YouTube game up. We're gonna direct you guys to his channel. And if y'all want to see more videos like this on our channel, let me know. Drop it in the comment section down below. We'll get him back on. I'm pretty sure he don't mind.
Yeah.
And we can make this happen. Oh yeah, one more question before we even finish that. Do you ever want to be a broker?
No, I don't think that's where this is going. I like to stay under another broker. I want to have different business ventures, and I want to tap into real estate just to help close friends and family and more of the luxury side of it. I feel like being a broker, it's a lot more responsibility than people understand. If you want to be a successful broker, or you know what I mean, I feel like people get their broker's license just so they don't have to pay a broker
to save money.
So, not for me at least.
Say no more. Well, bro, what I want you to say is smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell.
All right, so y'all smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notification bell, and follow me at Chris King Realtor _.
Say no more. End of the interview. Stay tuned. Like he said, subscribe so you're notified when we do the property tour. But not much more for me to say, but click right here to subscribe and click right here to watch our next video.